Ladies and Habibis, we are going to introduction to you rising star of South Asia. He is very well educated. He knows Islam and Christianity very well. He done what they said he can. He is Doctor.
Alhamdulillah.
Wait a minute, what are you doing, Zakir? You come out, it's not you. Habibi, take him out. Sorry, there was some problem. He's Adam Sikher.
Hello everyone, this is your favorite Murtid. Salamul Masih, peace of Christ be with each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having fun. And hello everyone. Your favorite Murtid is live once again with our brother Francis. Hello, brother Francis. Peace of Christ be with you, man.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Peace of Christ be with you, brother. God bless you all. God bless all the viewers, everyone else. How are you?
I am doing very well by the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ. We are awesome. But and at the same time, I just searched on it and realized that our brother Memari Emmanuel is also all good.
Alhamdulillah, Masih, brother. Absolutely.
Because the knife did not get open. So his knife, he attacked him using a retractable knife, and when he attacked him, the knife did not come out. So he was attacking him with a knife where the blade is still inside the handle. So the priest Memari Emmanuel, I have heard, did not receive any critical injury. He did receive injuries, obviously, but he did not receive any life-threatening injury, because he attacked directly on the face, on the neck, on the shoulder, on the chest. So it seems like that it would be a very, very life-threatening type of injuries, but apparently the knife did not come out fully. So he had stabbing. He probably might have his jawbone might have been broken. Yes.
Yeah,
But the injuries were not life threatening.
that's the thing, brother, because also the biggest thing which I would have to send you the evidence for as well, if you check your Discord, there was a statement in regards to what happened, because he actually fell on his knees and prayed for his attacker. If you literally just check this that I've sent to you and just link it up, literally, it says that the deputy mayor of Farmfield.
Can you send me the whole link of this? The whole link?
Sure. What do you call it? I can
Okay,
look
send
up.
me the whole link.
Sure.
This will be beautiful. So, by the way, there is a lot of rumors that are running around that they are trying to associate this person with another person who already attacked in a mall,
Yes.
and trying to derail the issue here of the Islamic jihadist movement. But that's not the case, because they have to derail the whole idea that this was not an Islamist jihadist attack. And that's what the news is doing. They are not even giving out the name of the person, and they are saying this is a 15 years old boy who stabbed him, and they are hiding the name even of the person who attacked. By the way, he wasn't 15. I just saw the X reports as well. This is the CBS News article. A teenager was arrested Monday in the suburbs of Sydney, Australia, after stabbing attacked left Christian bishop to serve other wounds inside a church. Australian police said that later a 15 years old boy was detained over the stabbing, which shocked people who were watching the bishop deliver his service both inside the building via a live stream offered by the church. So this guy went inside the church.
Yes.
brutally attacked the priest with a knife. And the police of Sydney, Australia is not even releasing the name of the kid. He's not kid. According to Islam, once you are 11 years old, you are an adult. As a man, you are an adult. You are an adult when you are 11. How come they are not releasing this information?
Because apparently in the Western laws, we have like certain age limits where people are characterized as adults. So because he is under 16 or under 18, hence why he is considered a child in the Western laws. But in Islamic laws, he is not considered to be a boy. He is considered to be someone who can actually be a full-on jihadist, for all we know.
Exactly. So basically now what is going to happen is that in the West, these jihadis will actually start using under 18 years of age boys.
Exactly.
And that's the start of it.
Because it's a loophole that they found now that this boy won't be allegedly be shown around the world, and especially a lot of things can, like, he would not go to a normal jail like an over 18 would go in any Western country. So he would be treated a lot more with safeguard and issues, rather than just being thrown into the jail or being scrutinized, or why on earth would he do such a thing. So
Yeah,
that gives him.
exactly. So basically he'll go to the jail, the children jail or whatever it is called. And then after a few years he will come out and then he will do the major attack.
Exactly, with the looks of it, because that's what happens. Look at Shamima Begum, or like even when she's in Syria, like I'm more modernized, like I want to come back to the UK. But once she steps back in the UK, she will literally do another attack, because these people don't change. They just want to find heaven, because these people know how to use and abuse the system, with their political ideology. That's what it all is.
Absolutely. A cultish political ideology. But before we move forward, I want to show Islamic engineer, who is also a brother in Christ from Pakistan. He actually made a video in which he showed the actual interview of the person who actually caught the grip of this Islamic jihadist who attacked Bishop Emmanuel. Let me play
Yeah.
this. Watch and listen and learn.
आदमी जो पादरी साहब का कत्ल करने आया था ये अल्लाह अकबर के नारे लगा रहा था.
This is the voice of Islamic engineer. He's saying that this guy who came there to stab Bishop Emmanuel was shouting Allahu Akbar.
ये मैं नहीं बल्कि वहाँ के चश्मदीद गवाह कह रहे हैं.
And he said, this is not what I am saying. It's the people who were there is saying. So now let's see what they are saying.
Wait, just tell me what happened. Camera's not on you. He was stabbing. He was stabbing. Yeah. And I saw him. I ran and grabbed him from behind and just pushed him down. Look. Oh, that's all his blood. Wow. Motherfucker. He kept saying Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar.
He kept saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So the guy who actually caught him, by the way, this is there in the Twitter as well. I saw it in Twitter. That this guy's pants who actually caught the person on the stairs of the church, and they caught him. And then where they caught him is actually this guy was smiling with a smirk. You'll
Yeah.
see they let me show you exactly. He was smiling with a smirk on his face after doing a brutal attack on a pastor, on a bishop, or a pastor. Check this out. Look at his smirk. Check this out. Look, he's smiling. He's smirking. Sorry, I'm not even showing the screen. My bad, guys. I'm so sorry. That's my fault. A blonde moment. Check this out.
Yeah.
He's smirking while the police is trying to handcuff him while he attacked. This blood is of the pastor Emmanuel, not this kid.
You're a fucking idiot. You're gonna get it. He's a fucking idiot. You think that hurt my brother? You think that hurt my girl?
this is the police who finally caught him. So the police arrived, police handcuffed him, took him away. This is in Twitter. Anybody can go and download these videos as well, and all this is on Twitter. And the whole idea is very simple. This is a news event which recently happened, and this kid was caught on live camera, recorded by hundreds of people, and he's a criminal. He's a criminal. This criminal who attempted a first degree murder is caught. And what do they have to offer is, oh, we are not going to release his name. So he'll go to a juvenile, I think that's the word,
Yes.
juvenile detention center. And after a few years, he will come out, and then he will attempt even a bigger incident.
So I've sent you the link in regards to where the article states on your Discord, and especially that is correct. So once people go into juvenile jail and they turn 18, they will go into de-radicalization program. And once they go through the de-radicalization program and they show themselves to be better, like they're getting better, and they're trying to uh, adapt the societal norms. But what they do is they deceive people like this, and then they go out of the jails, and then they immediately commit a huge big atrocity. And then the government said, but we thought we were de-radicalizing him. How can you de-radicalize someone who is ingrained with such extremism in their brain? Like, how do you know that this de-radicalization worked in the first place? This can be a bigger issue.
Exactly. I think at a later time, uh, Pastor Emmanuel or Bishop Emmanuel will be charged by saying something against Islam, so called, something that happened with you as well. So, yes, you are saying uh, Pastor Bishop got to his feet and placed his hands on the head of the assailant and began praying for him, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So, but like, thankfully, the attack was, he came there to kill him, but thankfully, he was not successful because of the knife. And I'd say God is good. Like, God shows these idiots that you are idiots. Like, literally, you guys are idiots. And yet they still wants to remain idiot. I don't know how. I don't know why.
Exactly. Because the thing is, even though he tried attacking, but what ended up happening for him, basically, is that the knife retracted, but he still ended up injuring some few people. But so far, people that have spoken on the news, there is no such case for a serious case of life-threatening case, or someone has been charged into like a major incident. What do you call it? Just for like as in like the emergency department. So it's good in a way, but still this is a huge issue that everyone's going to be facing in the West. Like in London, in all honesty, to bring up aside from Australia, you can go to bigger cathedrals in UK. You can go to supposedly Westminster Cathedral, or you'll find security guards over there now. You can go to Lincoln Cathedral, you can go to York Minster, you can go to Peterborough Cathedral, St. Cuthbert's Church in Edinburgh, Westminster Abbey. You have actual security guards in big churches because of these issues. What time do we have to live in a country where we need security outside churches now because of these Islamist dogs?
So Pastor Emmanuel was like, there is another news, and I'll show you in the Twitter as well recently, that he was told that the Islamic jihadists are against him because he's speaking openly in his church about Islam, and I'll show you how he speaks. He shows it very openly. Like
Yeah.
like let me show you that he he shows very openly what Islam's true colors are, and he is very vocal about it. He is very, very vocal about it. Like, literally speaking, this guy has guts, right? Let me show you how he speaks. It's a 3 minute session of him. uh, and I think everybody has to be bold like him, so that if there are 200,000 like this, these jihadists will try to attack and try to silence the voice. But if there are
Exactly.
2 billion like him, these jihadists cannot do it. So we have to do it on every front. Watch.
In the Quran, it says about the Lord Jesus, according to their book, أما عيسى ابن مريم فهو كلمة الله وروح منه. I speak Arabic, I write Arabic, I read Arabic. I'm educated in the Arabic language. أما عيسى ابن مريم فهو كلمة الله وروح منه. What is Muhammad is saying in the Quran? He's saying, but Jesus, or Isa, Jesus, but Jesus, son of Mary, is the word of God and a spirit of God. Now, I ask Muhammad, where did you get this from? But Jesus, son of Mary, is the word of God and a spirit of him. Oh, John, the fourth living creature, which is the flying eagle, the Gospel of John. John chapter 1 verse 1, the very beginning of the Gospel. In the beginning was the Word. Look at what Muhammad is saying. Jesus, son of Mary, is the Word of God. Okay? Don't lose track of this. He is the Word of God. John, 6 centuries prior to him, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So what are you trying to say, Muhammad? Are you saying Jesus is God?
So we have a lot of his videos. Even Sam Shimon went to uh, his church once and they spoke, or maybe he came to Sam Shimon. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what happened.
Marmari went to
Something like this
America.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Marmari.
Marmari went to America. Okay,
Yeah.
so look, so one of the two happened. I know I saw Sam's pictures with him, and they met and they talk, and they had a video with together as well. Beautiful. This guy is bold as anyone could be, like literally speaking. Very hard to deny. There is another ex-Muslim who actually went on the stage and he said something. I want to not say it, but rather play it, what he said. Because a picture speaks 1,000 words, brother. Let me show you
Uh,
what he said and what he did.
Why I draw Muhammad, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I do it. It's not because I want to make the Muslims angry. We weren't drawing Muhammad before they told us we couldn't. Right? Nobody was doing that before they told us we couldn't. They told us we couldn't, and that made us angry because they're not allowed to tell us that we have to obey their rules. They're not allowed to make us obey their rules. So here is my little, here's this. This is an eye, and a mouth. There. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's lousy, but I depict this as the Prophet Muhammad of Islam. Now, this is a good thing to do. This is how we protect our rights of expression, by exercising our rights of expression. When somebody says you can't do that, it's time to do it a lot. It's time to do it loud. I'm holding up this. And if I am the only one holding up the Prophet Muhammad's face, I'm a target. But if we all do it, no one's a target. And so I invite all of you to take out your pens. I invite all of you to draw a smiley face on your hands. And I invite all of you to depict, thank you, the Prophet Muhammad on yourself. Because this is how we hold back religious tyranny, by denying it, by opposing it, tooth and nail. This is how we keep our freedoms.
Very beautiful words, by the way. This is on TikTok. I downloaded it from TikTok. So this is on TikTok. So You need to understand and comprehend the words that he said, which are very true. If Mimari Emmanuel is talking about Islam, he's a target. If Christian Prince is talking about Islam, he's a target. If Sira International Al Fadi is speaking about Islam, he's a target. Sam Shamoon is speaking about Islam, he's a target. But now, if there are so many that you stop counting the names, then you are not a target. Every human being has the right of freedom of speech and freedom of expression, and we have to express our freedom as a collective human beings. If Islam has the freedom to say Jesus, son of Mary, was just a prophet and he was not God incarnated as a human being, then we have the right to say, hey, your prophet Muhammad was not a prophet, but your prophet Muhammad was basically a pedophile. Because that's exactly what your books are saying. He was a caravan robber because that's exactly what his life story tells us, written by the Muslimin. He was a child molester. That's what your books are saying. He was a womanizer. That's what your books are saying. He was a sex slaver. That's what your books are saying. So if I alone is saying this, I am a target. If just a few people in this world is doing it, they are a target. But if all of us are doing it, then we are not a target. Very beautifully articulated by this guy. I don't even know his name. It's just another video on TikTok that I found out and I downloaded it. I have no idea who this guy is, but he's an ex-Muslim probably. I don't even know. Maybe he's not even an ex-Muslim. I might be wrong on that, but the way he was doing that seems like he has guts and he's an ex-Muslim. But once again, this is Australia, Sydney, a church. How can this be, man?
Literally, I would have to say, like I've sent you something again on Discord. If you just literally put that video up and start playing it for 1 minute and 50 seconds, this is how you look on the face of Islam and you tell them, we are not afraid of you. Once we show Muslims that we can look at them in the eye and we can say, Muhammad is a pedophile and your Allah allows pedophilia, we are not going to stop saying it. And if you do not like it, you can shut your ears and shut up. But the thing is, we have to say to them face to face, because otherwise they will, because we have in the West are too extremely tolerant. What we do is we allow these things to happen and then they go off hands, and then we cry of how do we allow this to happen in the first place. So we need to capture it in the beginning, so then we do not give them any leverage to begin with. But our issue is we become too tolerant and we say, no, because of it's a religion, we should have religious freedom. But they don't realize they are not tolerant. We are the tolerant ones, so we have to constantly tolerate everything, but nobody else can tolerate. This is the issue, brother.
Exactly. This is you, by the way. Here, somebody is you or no?
That is me, with a lot of Muslims threatening me in my face.
So
my
all of
throat.
these are Muslims against you. Okay,
Yes.
let's play. 1 minute 50 seconds, right?
Yeah, brother.
All right, playing it.
Oh my
Yes, ask.
That's you. I can see you now. Oh, yeah, I can see you.
You're not Christian. You come African yourself. Yes. When the Indian become Christian. Tell me what you said. Man came up to me like, why you threw that the floor?
What's your point? What's your point, brother?
Bro, man came up to me like, bro, why you threw that the floor?
Yeah, exactly.
Call him a Muslim. Call him a Muslim. What manners? What manners?
See what she's doing to my
Exactly.
religion. My God. My God. She's swearing on my God. Banging your fucking feet. Banging your feet.
What fish market is happening over here? Like,
So these three boys.
it's really hard to comprehend what they are saying even.
Exactly. So unfortunately, the mic became an issue, but this was happening. This boy that is blocking the camera right now. He's the one who literally told me that he will bring the entire mosque and they will do unimaginable things to me. The friend in the middle literally told me that he will slash my throat because if I speak about his Allah and his Prophet.
By the way, which part is that? Can we hear that part clearly or not?
This is literally while this is happening. So I'm gonna get a better audio of this, and literally people listen to all of this. This is where between all of this that you played, that has been said.
This video is what you showed to the police, and they said they will not file a case against this guy.
Exactly.
So in Britain, they will not going to file a case against this guy who openly threatened you in front of like 20 different people.
There were a 30-odd crowd, and literally in front of me, I was threatened by these three. And then I was threatened by another fourth guy who was behind the camera, telling me that, and then pointing signs. And then during the video, you will see they throw stuff at me. And this is what happens. So you have to face these people, and then you have to show them, we are not afraid of you. This is what we need to do, brother, in all honesty.
Oh, awesome. So basically, from Australia, we went to UK, Britain, where you have been recently threatened, and I know that you have already, your job was in jeopardy right now, and you already have mentioned that in your previous video with David Wood, and I think Reasoned Answer or which channel you spoke about this whole story? I forgot.
I spoke about this at the Brothers Lloyd's channel.
Lloyd's channel. So yes, you spoke about this in Brothers Lloyd channel, and David Wood came to know about this, and he spoke and all that. And at the same time, the UK, which is supposedly a non-Muslim country, and people are openly threatening you, and your job is in jeopardy, your finances are in jeopardy, while in UK, Britain, Australia has a direct attack. Thank you so very much. And you know what is happening in Canada, brother?
What's happening in Canada now?
Alhamdulillah. So Iran attacked on Saturday with 300 missiles on Israel. And then I was reading the news just before this live stream that there was another attack that Iran did today on Israel.
Wow.
If people will remember October 7, when the attack happened on Israel by the Gazans people, the people of Gaza, Muslims came on the street and they were happy and they were shouting Allahu Akbar and they were like, finally, all that. Same is the case that happened in Canada, that they are chanting and happy on the street that Iran finally attacked Israel. Listen from the donkey's own mouth.
Everyone, I would like to make a quick announcement to interrupt the protest to bring you this announcement. The Islamic Republic of Iran has just sent tens of drones towards Israel. This comes as a direct response to the bombing of Israel to Syria, Iraq, Palestine, Lebanon. Israel has bombed multiple countries.
All right. So this is not Pakistan. This is not Saudi Arabia. This is not Egypt. This is not these Muslim countries, Middle Eastern or South Eastern Muslim countries. These are Western, supposed Western countries. And you know, when this happened on October, there was an interview when the first attack, retaliation attack happened from Israel. There was an interview where somebody was asking in the interview that why the Arab countries are not accepting these people, why the Egypt is not accepting these people. And that guy actually said, we know who they are, we don't want them in our country. You want them, you take them. You want them, you take them. And so Middle Eastern know exactly what these people are. Rather, they know what exactly Islam is. They are finally leaving Islam, and they have come to a different kind of Islam. They are changing the face of Islam in their country, and they are pushing the new face of Islam. But at the same time, when you go and look in Canada, when you go look in Australia, these people are happily enjoying that finally, Iran, Islamic Republic of Iran, attacked with 300 drones and missiles. By the way, these Sunni Muslims don't even love Iran. They hate Iran. Iran is a Shia country. They call them kafir. But once they attacked Israel, they are Islamic Republic of Iran. When I speak about Iran or Shias on my channel, these Muslims come up and they say, oh, we call them kafir. They're not even Muslims. Why are you talking about Iranian? Why are you talking about Shias? We don't blah 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 blah. Suddenly, Iran is now an Islamic Republic of Iran because he attacked on Israel.
Exactly. I just want everyone to have, just listen me out on this. Imagine some people are Free Palestine. You go to a Free Palestine protest and all you say, ceasefire now. When they are being attacked, they want ceasefire, right? And as soon as someone, some Islamic Republic retaliates and then takes some sort of vengeance, they immediately celebrate this. Do they actually want peace, or do they want someone to attack them? These people are so full of hypocrites that they do not want any ceasefire. They don't care about people's lives. They only want the Palestine liberation because it gives them a cause to fight on because of Muhammad. This is their political ideology. They do not care for a single life or what happens there. This is what the biggest issue is. They do not care. All these people celebrating. How many people, like Iran, especially, you're so right, brother. When it comes to Iranian regime, these Muslims would abuse them. I was speaking to a Saudian guy yesterday. Even he said he completely rejects the idea that Shias are Muslims. He completely rejects that. He said majority of the people in Jeddah reject that, but people celebrate them. In Saudi Arabia, if you're a Shia, you're frowned upon. So
absolutely, without doubt.
Exactly.
But now, obviously, Saudi Arabia doesn't matter right now because Saudi Arabia did not supported Gaza, and don't call it Palestine. There is no Palestine over there. It's the
Exactly.
Gaza, right? So the whole idea is that now they are happy. They are just chanting on the street with everyone, with kids on their shoulders and all, and they are enjoying, and they're like, finally, yeah, baby, we threw the attack. We finally attacked them. Yeah, baby, we did it. We did it. We did it. Do you see the issue here?
That's it,
Do you see
brother.
the beauty here? Let me just say that instead of issue, do you see the beauty here?
The beauty is full of hypocrisy and full of filth, but somehow it is beauty.
Yeah. But at least one thing happened, and I don't know for how long it will happen. The Israeli Christians actually came out on the street as well, and I'm glad that somebody is realizing that they have to do something. Yet nothing will happen because obviously Christians are hated upon in most of the countries, anyways. But so what happened after this? Nothing. Nobody knows who that guy is. He's taken away. Nobody will know who that guy is. Who that he's not a kid. I won't use a kid. I don't know whether he's 15 or his documents have been changed. Uh, After a couple of years, he'll be out. Nobody will know who he is. He will start to live among the rest of the normal people. Nobody will know who that is. His data will be closed. His data will be sealed because supposedly the data is about juvenile. So juvenile data, the criminal data is sealed. So nobody will know who he is. And then suddenly he'll do something big again. And by the way, I don't think I have shown you. I have censored the part because of the YouTube policy of
Oh yes.
censorism. So I've censored that part. So this is how the attack happened. Literally, this is the capital of Sydney. This is the capital of capital of Australia, Sydney. That's what happened. I have to censor it because of the YouTube policy, because obviously YouTube doesn't want us to show these things. And I don't know, after some time, most of these videos will be removed who has not censored it from the YouTube. Most of them will be removed.
This is what I have to say, brother. Look at the tolerance of these people. They're literally testing the patience of every Christian around the world right now. And they do not realize that once they awake the roaring beast, these Muslims will cower behind like Hamas does on the tunnels.
There is no
This is
Hamas, brother. There is no
exactly,
Hamas. It's all the Gazan Muslims. Dude, listen, you need to understand this very important fact.
yeah,
America right now has a party called Democrats who are in power, right?
yeah.
If America attacks Russia right now, will it be called the Democrats attacked Russia or will it be called America attacked Russia?
America attacked Russia.
Okay. So Hamas is the elected government of Gaza. They are the ones who collect taxes. So why are you saying Hamas, brother?
You
Gaza is controlled by a government, Hamas. If not Hamas, then it will be Hezbollah. If not Hezbollah, it will be PLO or PMO or whatever the name is, Palestine Liberation Army, something, PLA
yeah.
or whatever, right? All of these three are supposedly, according to the West, are terrorist organizations,
Yep.
according to the West. But so you are telling me that when a country or a state is attacking, you will not say that the state attacked, but rather you'll say the elected government attacked. Who in the world ever used this word ever in the history? Show me one other historical fight where people said, oh, it's not Egypt who attacked, it's the government of Egypt, ABC attacked. Never. Why, when Gaza attacked, you are not saying Gaza attacked, you are saying Hamas attacked? What do you mean by that, Hamas attacked? Who is Hamas? It's the elected government.
You're right. You did get me there because when I say when 1938 till 1944, what was Germany doing? It was Germany, right? I don't say it was the actual Nazi party thing. It was literally the Germany, right? So you're right.
Exactly. So it's, if nobody says, so you will not find Nazis did that. No, Germany. Second World War, Germany. Whenever you think of Second World War, what does come into your mind? Germany.
Exactly.
It is never ever that you'll say Nazis. Yes, some people do call the name Hitler. Yes, but Hitler was the leader, just like Muhammad is the leader of Islam. But like when it comes to Gaza, suddenly the news is talking about, what? Oh, Hamas. Oh,
Yeah.
Hamas. Oh, Hamas. Hey, Israel, why are you attacking Gaza? You should attack Hamas. Dude, where is Hamas? It's the government of Gaza. Okay, so where should I attack? Attack the Gaza, not attack the Hamas, not the Gaza. Okay. Which government is Hamas? Gaza. Okay, so where should Israel attack? Oh, not Gaza. Israel should attack Hamas. Like, this is how stupid it is.
Yeah, because that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If you're gonna attack a place where the actual attack comes from, you're not gonna say you're gonna attack this certain area because that certain area is where Hamas are gonna be fine. Hamas controls the whole Gaza, so of course it's gonna be the whole entire Gaza that they have to obliterate, right? So you're right. Unfortunately, it has come to the point where I feel for the innocents, but when we have to look at it realistically, you have made a point which I cannot disagree with.
Thank you so very much. So at the end of the day, this whole shenanigan about Hamas and Gaza is another politically infused statements. Politically infused statements. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. And at the same time, look at America right now. I was reading the news about the supposed illegal immigrants, and I was reading the news that there are millions of illegal immigrants in America. Some people says they are around 3.9 million. Some were saying over 5 million. Brother, the word they are using on the news is illegal immigrants. The problem with this word is the same as you are saying Gaza did not attack Israel, Hamas attacked Israel. This is the same word, same problem. It's a political word. They are not illegal immigrants, they are illegal aliens. When you go to a country without a legal documentation, which is called the visa, you do not call them immigrants, you call them aliens. Illegal. When you obtain the visa and go to a different country, you are called legal aliens.
That is correct, because once you, even in the UK, supposedly when people are coming all the way from like different country like Calais and they're crossing the British Channel Islands and the sea, they are literally called the illegal aliens because they're coming without any documentation alongside any visa or any sort of stamp or post on their passports, right? So they are
Exactly.
actually, they are considered to be the aliens. They're not called immigrants.
No, brother, don't just call them aliens. They're illegal aliens. Because if you have a visa, let me repeat, if you have a visa and you enter the country, any country, Western country where English is the language, UK, anywhere else, if you have the visa and you have a stamp on your visa to enter UK or America or Canada, you will be called legal alien.
Okay.
So you will be called legal alien. Okay. If you have a work permit of Canada, you will be called legal resident alien. Unless you have a permanent residency of Canada, then you will be called permanent resident. Until then, you will be called legal resident alien, or if you do not have a work permit, then you will be called legal alien. And if you cross the border and you does not have a visa and you do not have a visa, then you will be called illegal alien. Now you have around 4 to 5 million illegal aliens in the United States, and the news is saying illegal immigrants.
Yeah, they're trying to be as politically correct, like even with the news of murmur,
Politically
right?
incorrect.
Politically correct. That's it. Political correctness constantly all the way through. Oh, we don't want to offend these people's feelings, because these aliens, these what do you call it, illegal aliens are coming in our country. Their feelings might be hurt. Not. It doesn't matter of what the country's laws and everything are. We don't have to abide by the laws. We just need to put their feelings first. How does that make any sense? Like, come on, like we live in a society where we need to have rules and regulations and laws right in place for society to work and society to prosper. But these people want to put their feelings first rather than their own law. This is
Brother,
why.
where is the feeling in this that you are doing an illegal work? So, for example, if you do an illegal work, illegal stuff, like for example, what is an illegal stuff? Stealing, that's illegal, right? So
Yeah,
if you steal and your feeling is now hurting because I'm calling you a thief, that's stupidity.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If you steal something, you are a thief. If you rob somebody, you are a robber. It doesn't matter whether it hurts your feeling or not. These are dictionary words.
Exactly.
If Muhammad married a 9 years old girl and had sex with when he was 53 years old, he is a pedophile. There shouldn't be any feelings getting hurt. There
Yeah,
shouldn't be any feelings getting hurt. That's what the Muhammad did. That's exactly what Muhammad did. He married a 9 years old girl and had sex with when he was 53 years old. That is pedophilia. And this
exactly.
person is to be called pedophile. There is nothing called feelings in it. If it
Because
hurts your feeling, leave this prophet, find a better prophet.
that's what happened in America, right? Like how they try to say, "Oh, pedophile there's a very bad connotation behind it. There's a very bad reason, but there's a very very bad way to say pedophile. So we need to call them minor attracted person because it legitimizes these issues." And it actually gives them much more a bit of respect because even they're human beings too. When these sort of things can be spoken about in America, and then you can say, but then I should call Muhammad a minor attracted person because it might hurt Muslims' feelings. No, I don't care. Pedophile is a pedophile. I would put feelings of a child who literally is the one that we need to consider, not some 53 or 54-year-old pedophile who thinks that he can do whatever he wants to. No, we are going to step in and we're going to say, who on earth do you think you are? And make sure that this person doesn't see another daylight. So it's just depending upon feelings, right? That's for how the left works.
And that has destroyed the world already.
Exactly.
To an extent that we can't even imagine right now. Let me show you. Let's go to the feelings now. It is it's a very, very sad time at this moment where we are living right now. It is literally really sad times where we are living. Let me show you something and then I will go to a very important video. Let me show you something. Let's see what you get out of it.
All right, brother.
About feelings now. Okay. These are very important things that we need to talk about feelings. And that is where I have a huge issue. I have a huge issue. Let me show you this first. Then we will go into the crux of the subject. Why I brought this up. Check this out.
$1,000 cash, or wait a minute, this two out of the box Oreo cookies. Huh? Are you sure? That's $10,000 cash. Do you want the Oreo cookies? Are you sure? Okay, go ahead. have $10,000.
Wow.
Okay. So you want $10,000 or you want 2 Oreo cookies, brother?
Me personally, I want $10,000, brother.
Perfect, because you are an adult.
Exactly.
You know the meaning and the difference between the two and the value of these two. Now you tell me that this guy, this kid, do you think he can differentiate whether he's a boy or a girl?
This is literally you were so bang on point. How can a child know the difference between this? Because these people, these vile people, sexualize children, and they try to bring sexualization to a child, and this is what the child doesn't even know what his sexuality and what his gender and his own idea of sex is, and they're trying to make him choose his own gender and sex. Like, how does that even make sense to a normal parent or a normal human being?
How? Let me show you why I brought this up. Let me show you why I brought this up. Hold on, give me a sec.
Yep.
I brought this up because of this, and then I'll show you why I am bringing this up. The kid you just saw, he took 2 Oreo cookies right out of the box instead of $10,000. There you go. Listen.
Was taken from her loving home because the state of California claimed I was abusive for not affirming her trans identity. I lost my daughter over a name and a pronouns. Even after I promised to call her a male name, it wasn't enough. My daughter was not a boy trapped in a girl's body. He had mental health issues. Against my consent, my daughter was given testosterone instead of therapy. The LGBTQ group used her to raise money for them. The abuse claim against me was finally dropped, but it was too late. By then, my daughter was in a horrible mental and physical pain. My daughter knelt down in front of a train.
Oh my God.
So her young daughter, who wanted mental therapies, LGBTQ group took a hold of her, filed a case, and because obviously we cannot hurt the feelings, the daughter was taken away from the mother. They raised so much money by using that little girl. They started giving her testosterone. Obviously creates more problem, because when you are a female and you are given male testosterone, and if you are mentally sick, you're mentally not healthy, this even creates more problems, because now you have to work with different hormonal imbalances in your body. And she finally committed suicide, and this mother was thrown away from the care of her own daughter because supposedly she is a male trapped in a female's body at a very young age. So a person cannot drink alcohol till he is 18, 19, or 21, depending on different parts of the world. In the West, a person cannot even drink alcohol till he is at least 18. A person cannot buy cigarettes and smoke a cigarette till he is 18 or she is 18. But a person can decide whether he is a female trapped in a male body or a male trapped in a female body as little as 6 or 7. That's the reality of this world right now. How much low our human morals has to go before we realize that we are destroying humanity by appeasing feelings.
I first of all, may God have mercy on us. May God rest her soul. We don't know, but God help. I am sickened to my core that a child can be affirmed, and where does that start? From some disgusting LGBTQ plus ideology that these people had, and they push on other people. And this woman lost her own daughter, and she was told, if you do this, you comply, and then you will be fine. But if you do not comply on everything that we say that your daughter is, we will take your daughter away. Look at the threats that this woman got, and now she is without a child. Imagine the pain of the mother. And these people, just because they consider that these people can do these things, these people are demonic, and these people do not have anything good coming for them. They need to completely repent, and they need to understand that let children be children. Like what happened in 7th century or what happens today, Muhammad was a pedophile. Does not matter what people say. And these pedophiles who are lurking within the left are trying to bring these sickening things into a child and into a child's life. They're all of them, I have got no sympathy whatsoever.
And this is what the news is now proclaiming, that Bishop Mary Emanuel was actually running a campaign targeting the LGBTQ plus community. The bishop for the church, which streamed its service live online, was featured in the national news last year. Last year, not today, not right now. According to the Associated Press, when the Australian Broadcasting Corporation featured it in a report about the campaign targeting the LGBTQ plus community. So now what they are doing is they are spreading a fake theology, a fake ideology that this pastor was not stabbed by a Muslim, but rather some LGBTQ plus community had an issue. He was targeting against them, and this teen was probably mentally sick, and he was a female trapped in a male's body, and etc, and he was targeting them, and that is why he did that. It was not the Islamic jihadists, even though this is something that Pastor Emmanuel said a year ago when this LGBTQ plus group was very hyperactive in Australia, and he was telling to his congregation that this is stupidity. You cannot tell anybody at such an early age, hey, are you a female? Are you a male? No, you cannot do that. This is stupidity. And now they are changing the core of the subject, putting up a news in CBS News, which is a very big news channel. This is their news. CBS or CSB and CBS, whatever. They are actually derailing the whole subject, that this guy who said Allahu Akbar, as you have heard, which I showed, that the guy was chanting Allahu Akbar while attacking this bishop. They are moving the whole subject towards LGBTQ plus community, because right now they are in the news. They have a say. They can move it away from the Islamic jihadist and all. That's the reality, man. Twist the news. Twist the news.
Exactly, because even though the perpetrator, the guy who was stabbing in that video, as everyone saw and you showed, even though there are videos out there, and literally I've just sent you one on your Discord, brother, he is claiming by his very own mouth that if he did not say anything about my religion, I wouldn't be here. This wouldn't have happened. But the news are so sick to the core that to pander against what you call Islamophobia, because the Islamophobia will increase because of this. They need to now change the narrative and bring it to other subjects, that he was attacked because of different multiple issues, not because of one intolerant sick cult. Unbelievable.
To everyone, there we go. Somebody did the translation, so you can watch it and read the translation. So this guy already claimed this, and like brother, how how much of a confusion that you will have to create just to save the people like Fatima, who always come in and do all the blah 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 blah, even when the person himself is saying this, who was caught on camera saying this, who was caught on camera saying. Let me just try to run it from the exact point.
Sure.
Hold on. Mhm. I'm not going to show the video because then we will have another problem. This video is a little more clear on the subject where YouTube policy kind of jumps in. There you go. So let me just play this now. If he didn't curse my prophet, I wouldn't have come here.
اذا عم بيدخل حلب ديني ما كنت جيت لهون، بس هو عم بيدخل حلب
هي
ديني.
دين هي دين
اذا هو
هي
حكى
دين هي دين
علي
الشيطان
فين
مالتك حبيبي
اذا الاخبار فارسه.
جود بوي
Islam, Islam, Islam. All right. So yeah. So he just said, if he would not have cursed it's not cursed. If he would not have said these things against my deen, which is Islam, that he said again, uh, I would not have done that. Go to your devil and find something to do, etc., etc., etc. Now, Lebanese. So okay, he's Lebanese. Thank you so very much. Oh, Francis, delete your comment. Delete your comment from the live stream, man.
All right, done.
We can't do that. These idiots can. You need to understand this. Because obviously, if Fatima's account will be blocked, she will create a new one. You don't want yours to be blocked.
All right, brother.
Okay. So, and secondly, you know, they want to incite you to say certain things on text which they can report. So you don't want to fall into their traps. You need to be better than that.
Good point, brother.
So you're here, so you can send her to Makkah to kiss the black stone and lick the black stone. You're already here. You have the mic. You have the power and the authority because you have the stage and you have the mic. So don't fall into their trap. Just letting you know how things works.
All right, brother. So yes,
So, you were saying something.
sorry, brother. I do have to add in that even though people can see by themselves that this man had one cause in his mind, people still are questioning after looking at the evidence the height of insanity of that that we have in our society is unbelievable. Like Adam, you yourself have the complete idea. You show Muslims all their sources, their ugliness in their religion, and the cognitive dissonance is still there, that you showing them, they still say that you're wrong. This is the insane society that you and everyone else fighting this cult is dealing with.
Oh, exactly, brother. Exactly. And like I had another interview which I missed. I don't have it right now. It happened in UK. You know the guy who does the interview most of the time, and he did the interview of the car people as well, the car show. A bear teddy bear type of guy, looking guy, very nice guy. So there was a woman who came in, and she said, I asked my daughter, she's 4 years age, and I want to give her a choice whether she wants to be called he or she or them, because, and the guy was like, how can you ask a 4 years old kid? A 4 years old kid? A 4 years old kid does not even know whether he wants to watch Peppa Pig or Tom and Jerry. Like, literally speaking, he can't even differentiate between two different cartoons. Whatever cartoon is more excited at that particular time, he's gonna watch it. A 4 years old kid. A 4 years old kid doesn't even go to grade 1. I think grade 1 is for 5 years old kid, if I'm not mistaken. And at the age of 5, you go to first grade. He's not even a first grader. And she wants to ask her, or rather she's asking her, hey, I give you a choice whether you want to be a female or a male. What do you mean by that? You're confusing little children at a very young age about LGBTQs kind of a stuff. Okay, I have no issues. This is your devil. Keep this devil with you, and I have no issues if you want to praise this devil at over the age of 21. When a person is 21, because then he can legally buy alcohol and get drunk, and he will be accused of a first-degree murder if he gets drunk and hit another person while driving a car. So he will be legally accused of first-degree assaulted murder. So if you are 21, you can buy alcohol and you can buy cigarettes. Okay, at that particular time, yes, go be it. Ask him, you want to be a female or a male? I have no issues. I have no issues. It's your world, your choice. Do it. Even ask me as well when I'm 21. I don't care. Kids, are you kidding me? You're asking kids? You're asking kids who can't even buy alcohol? Who can't even drive? Oh my God, they can't even vote for the mayor of that area. He can't even vote for the community president. So, you know, there are communities and they have community presidentship. The 4 years old kid can't even vote for the community president. You are asking a 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years old kids whether you want to be a female or a male. Do they even know what a male or female? At the age of 6, do you think even the private part of a kid like erects? He doesn't even know what erection is at that particular time. She doesn't even know. She's not even going through the menses cycle. She doesn't even know what ovulation is. Like, come on, man. Who are you asking these questions? Are you insane? At one time you say, if a 21 years old guy have sex with a 7 years old girl, that's pedophilia, and that person will be jailed. At the same time, you are asking a 7 years old girl, do you want to be a boy or a girl? How stupid it is. And I just showed you a 5 years old guy, kid. Let me show it to you again. A 5 years old kid is asked, do you want 10,000 US dollars or do you want fresh out of the box cookies?
Cash. Or, wait a minute, this 2 out of the box Oreo cookies. Huh? Are you sure? That's $10,000 cash. You want the Oreo cookies? Are you sure? Okay, go ahead.
There you go. You want to ask these kids, are you a boy or a girl? If he loves his mama more, he'll be like, I want to be mama. If he likes his papa more, I'll be like mom, papa. What else? They have no sense of anything. They're kids. Let them grow up at least.
This
Let
is where
them be sensible first. Sorry, brother. Continue, sir.
This is where I would have to make a comparison here now, which is very close to home, in all honesty. Imagine anyone growing up in Middle East or in Southeast Asia. You see kids being used to beg for money on the streets, right? There's actual people out there using children for their agendas. There are reports and news that people in Syria, in ISIS, used children in order to send them as a bait to American army. And these American army, when they used to protect these children or try helping them, they used to blow themselves up. This is how vile people that we are dealing with nowadays, that they will use anyone to go forth to enhance their agendas, whatever they have. Islamic agenda, Islamic ideology, politicizing everything, and also the LGBTQ. This is such a serious issue that everyone is facing. When you see that an innocent child who does not know any better is being abused like this mentally, they're being told to do certain thing without then understanding what they're really doing. Really need to people need to look within themselves and think, why are we allowing this to happen, and why there's no uproar? Now that very 15-year-old that we're looking at, this very 15-year-old is going to be an example for all the Islamists out there in the West, because they will not get as harsh sentencing. This is why we can use 15-year-olds or less in around the
So
world.
yeah, let me stick to that. 15 years old. I'm sorry to cut you short, but this is very important. So a 15 years old can't be put to jail even after a first degree murder assault. Yet
Yes.
a 7 years old can choose whether he's a male or female. What kind
Yeah.
of a justice system do you have, man?
This is where one leftist ideology is saying that because we are oppressed on the scale of oppression, you need to listen to us, otherwise you are bigots. So they will play with words with you, they will play with emotions with you, to the point that they will get out something from you for their own agenda. They don't care whatsoever about what they're going to do to the child or how it affects the child. As long as their agendas are pushed, then they're good, and then they will let the country, what do you call it, just go forth. Like in UK, if an LGBTQ anyone does something, the police will immediately come. But I report something that happened to me by the Islamists. No, you did something wrong, because I'm a brown person. I should be on the oppression scale. But because this cross is literally visible, what they do, oh, because he's not part of the oppression class now. This is how these people act.
Yeah, you're a Christian, man. You should be. You don't have any right. What kind of a?
Exactly.
You're a Christian now. That's it. You're a
Yeah.
Christian. No right. Bye bye. And then Muslims are oppressed, by the way, brother.
Oh
Muslims are
yeah.
the ones who are oppressed, brother.
Yeah.
Not Christian. Nah, not
The
you.
low IQ,
You're
the
not
low IQ of
oppressed.
these exactly the low IQ of these people. I'll hide the cross. Immediately people think beard, yeah, brown, probably a Muslim. As soon as this comes out, seriously, this is how we have compartmentalized people in societies now.
Welcome to the new West.
Exactly.
The West has gone back to the wild, wild West. There's nothing more. It's the wild, wild West now. Again, we have gone back to the wild, wild West. That's what it is.
You're absolutely right.
So the West first came out, learned, understood from their mistakes, adapted, changed, and then they went back to their idiotic stupidity. That's the reality.
That's the thing, isn't it? The reality is much more harsher. When we see LGBTQ plus lobby who acts like they are the oppression class and they can align with Muslims, like the insanity is real, right? Like these LGBTQ cannot go to a Muslim country and do whatever they feel like, but they are going to align themselves with Muslims and say, because Muslims are a minority, so we are going to help these people to grow our agenda and to help their agenda too. We live in an insane society now.
Exactly.
And where anyone
We have
can...
Yeah, yes, please continue. Finish your thought, please.
Anyone who opposes against the new norm, which is the LGBTQ, I can go out in London and say that I do not agree with your ugliness and leave children alone. I am already a bigot, and the police can legally arrest me for saying that on the street to some part of the LGBTQ member. This is where we've come to.
Exactly. There was somebody in the backstage, and I wanted you to finish your thought as well, and my thought, and then he left. So if he wants to join in, he can. I just wanted to finish the thoughts before adding him. So before once you finish your thought, he's no more over there. So if somebody wants to join in and have something to share, yes, they can. Let me just read the super chats as well. And Atif Nadeem said, Adam Bhai, I'm surprised. Where is the freedom of speech? When I saw this video, it is so disturbing. And that guy was laughing. It was just a demonic act, nothing else. And nowhere anyone is saved. Absolutely, my friend. That's the reality. Thank you so very much. This is how the West has come to. Check Discord. 4 boys, wives confession after the capture. Okay, but there was no 4. There was only 1, right? So because there was only 1, I don't know. They are running a different kind of an agenda where they are just putting in everyone right and center. So I don't know which part of what is what right now, Paroxymus. So like it's now it's really difficult to see because they are creating a lot of cloud of doubt, clouds of doubts around this whole news, so that they can hide this from the real reality, and that's what it is. But I didn't get your chat. I don't know why. So let me just see. Okay, sent you a text on Discord. All right. And then Paroxymus said, bro, did you check the link I emailed you today? No, I have not checked the link, sir. Amit said, unbelievable how much censorship is going on chats to shield Islam and more and prevent Adam from receiving monetary support from this YouTube supporter. So you have to be very careful when you're writing certain words in the YouTube. Unfortunately, we are living in a world where this is what it is. You just simply cannot, that's like I don't comprehend why they can say whatever they want to without an issue. Like they can say Jesus is not God. Literally. They can say Jesus is not God. He was just a prophet. Your books has been changed. Everything has been changed. And if we say something, we are wrong. They say something, they are right. So when they say something, it's their freedom of speech. We say something, we are hurting the feelings. So my feelings are not feelings. Their feelings are feelings. What is happening?
Intolerance
What
for thee.
has happened? Yes, brother. Sorry.
Intolerance for thee, not for me. You need to tolerate whatever I say because I'm a minority. But if you, but I would call it. But if you say something back to me, I will shout loud till I show you that I can subjugate you. You can be as, what do you call it? You can be as nice to them in every regard. Then you're fine. But as soon as you have a disagreement or you say the way it is, you're being an Islamophobe, or you're being a homophobe, or you're being a transphobe. Literally, they label you to cancel you, to call you out, and that's what happened to me. I called out Islam, and what happened? Livelihood goes. People start disassociating with you. You immediately get tarnished all over the place, and people start telling you, "Oh yeah, look what happens! Look what happens! Do this to us," and then you will see what will happen next to you. When you see this happening, this is where it says that even though they're a minority, but they are strong enough to affect you, your livelihood. And a lot of people, in all honesty, say to me quite clearly, once and for all, we wish we could do what you do because we have children and we have our livelihood and we can't take the risk of getting cancelled. And they thank me for what I do, because they said someone has to do this. And this is where I say that I am glad that I'm able to, but also that's why I always say that I'm very appreciative of everyone's prayers and help. And we need to fight this, because sadly the minority right now is winning, while they don't realize the minority is winning a bit too much, that is now going to affect me and you, anyone who's watching. Simple
Brother,
as
when the rights of the minority are more than the rights of majority, then you do not have equality.
exactly.
So if you want to give rights to minority, you have to give the same rights to majority, because there is no point in giving some rights to the minority, because then you are destroying the equality. If the West is going for the equality and the freedom of speech, then it goes both ways. It doesn't go one way. It's freedom of speech is not a one-way street. It is a both-way street. So how can you give freedom of speech to one class? I don't care whether they're in minority or majority. What do they do in their own country? Do they give freedom of speech to the minority? No. How the hell are you giving it? So in their own country, they don't give your minority freedom of speech. Are you secular? Okay, in their country, they don't give seculars freedom of speech. Why are you giving them freedom of speech in your country? Okay, you want to give it? Perfect. I'm all up to that. Then give the other party the same freedom of speech. It's a both-way street. Freedom of speech is a both-way street. It's not a one-way street. No, we can't do. What do you mean by that? One of the fundamental destruction of the freedom of speech is Quran. Quran destroys every freedom of speech. It is the most kafirophobic book in the history of kafirophobic books written on the face of this planet ever. It calls everyone dogs, donkeys, filthy, animals, insects, worst of all insects, abomination, orders to kill them wherever you find them. This is their book, Quran, saying all of that. In the context and in the tafsir. In the exegesis, it's saying that. But you know what? I'm going to listen to someone who will not present any evidence, but whatever he says is true. And if he says the book spreads love, then the book spreads love, because I will not read the book myself, and I will not read the context myself, and I will not read the interpretation myself. But yet, if somebody is telling you the context, the interpretation, the references, I'm going to block this idiot because he's an idiot and he is supposedly Islamophobe because he is spreading hate. So if you tell the truth, you're spreading hate. If you tell a lie, you are good. And then if somebody attacks you and try to kill you, then oh, these are just jihadis, these are jihadis, these are Islamist jihadis, they don't represent Islam. They don't represent Islam. They blast a bomb, they don't represent Islam. They kill a lot of people, they don't represent Islam. But they did it in the name of Islam. No, they don't represent Islam. Why? So when a jihadi comes with a knife at you or with a gun at you, you'll say, hey, this does not represent Islam, go learn Islam first.
Goalpost, literally, that's it. You bring something as an argument, they will say, no, this is not the way it is, this is the way it is. You go and do another research, you bring the argument again, no, then the goalpost change, then the goalpost change, the goalpost change. It's constantly changing. If they get something, then they want something else, then they get something, then they want something else. There is never, they leeches, that's what I call these Muslims. These two who are bringing this, they're leeches. They like to grab everything they can in their way, and then they complain. So these leeches are perpetual victims who constantly want to bring a society down, because these moderate Muslims that people call themselves, these moderate Muslims are the ones who say, if you do this, this Muslim who's next to me is more hardcore Muslim, he will kill you.
Yeah,
Shamima
yeah, this
Begum
is hardcore Muslim. I am not hardcore Muslim.
Yeah.
This one is. So he'll take my revenge.
Yeah. Shamima Begum celebrated birthday, wears mini skirts, tight jeans, crop tops. She used to walk around. She was a moderate Muslim, wasn't she? But how easy it is for what I call it, a moderate Muslim to be indoctrinated into such extreme. Doesn't take much. This is why everyone who tells me that this ideology, I have got nothing against Muslim as a human being. I have an issue with the ideology which makes them leeches. This is what I'm trying to say. So if anyone wants to use this against me, can literally say and know me, they will know that I say it the way it is. Because I'm not going to pander to someone's feelings and stupidity, because I know the ideology they hold, which makes them ultimately a pedophile apologist. Because they're trying to defend a 54-year-old pedophile. This is it. So I'm sorry, but if it hurts you, well, the truth hurts. So
yeah, if it hurts you, leave this prophet, go find a better one.
Exactly.
If it hurts you, go find a better prophet. This is not a good prophet for you. Find a better one. And if it doesn't hurt you, then that's good. Then enjoy this. This is what he did, and it is written in your books. We are not inventing the books. We are not recreating the books. These are all the same things that has been preached by your scholars for years and years and years and years. And your whole golden period of Islam is based on these books. Supposedly golden period of Islam. And I would say suppose it because they call it golden period. In fact, this is one of the most darkest period for human beings. Because that's what they did.
This is the thing, isn't it? Like these perpetual victims, they would celebrate when Hagia Sophia, one of the most beautiful churches ever made, these people converted into mosques. This is a victory for them. But if in India, a mosque can be destroyed because it was a temple, then they cry like perpetual victims. And look, they're destroying our thing. You can destroy everyone else's things. That's fine. You can go destroy everyone's artifacts in Afghanistan. You can destroy Buddhist temples and everything. That's fine. But someone does this to you, you're perpetual victims. Sorry, the sympathy doesn't lie. I don't align with your sympathy, your stupid crocodile tears in that way. Because you guys subjugate everyone, but now you cry like a whiny little B word, a female dog. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have sympathy for you whatsoever. Just saying that clear and out.
Haha. But that's the reality, man.
Exactly.
And that is the reality. And even in India, the people who are here, they know in India, hundreds and thousands of temples were destroyed and rebuilt into mosques. They were destroyed and rebuilt into mosques. Hagia Sophia was such a beautifully created temple, church, that they didn't destroy it. They just they repurposed it.
Yeah.
So they changed the pictures from inside and carving, and they changed it and they repurposed it because obviously it was a huge building. And
Yeah.
that's how it is. And Hussein Mashni was in the live chat a couple of times. Hussein Mashni, who was also an ex-Muslim. Hussein Mashni, join in, man. Join in if you have time. Join in, brother. He's also an ex-Muslim from Israel. He's an Israeli ex-Muslim. And I would call it Israel because there is no Palestine. Yeah, there is none. Go look at the Google map. Find
Yeah,
me
there's
Palestine in Google Maps.
now people who say there's Palestine, I will say, okay, well, these Arabs can't even say the word P. So it's a UK invention, the word as well. So please, it's Crimea River.
Yeah, it's
They
a
already
British
asked for a
invention.
river, so we should just say Crimea River to the sea, because Israel will always be there, and it's the Palestinians that will flee.
Yep, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. But yeah, this is how you actually you can't even distinguish these kind of things. It's really hard to comprehend with these kind of idiots who are unaware of the basic facts even, and they come up and they start speaking. Rather, I think they know the facts. Some of the Muslims, they don't know the facts, and I understand that. They are just being politically used and abused, just
Yeah.
like even know the Quran. They don't know the Hadith. But when it comes to these kind of facts and they start speaking, it's just so unbelievable to fathom that they don't know these basic stuffs. It's like for me, it's and like think about it. These people who are making a group, and I just showed you in Canada, saying Islamic Republic of Iran, when they actually hate Iran and Iranians. But once Israel will attack back, they're like, oh, innocent people are being killed, innocent people. So you attack
Yeah.
somebody with good missiles, and that's all good. But when they attack back, oh, innocent people, innocent. And I was watching the news before this, and there was a news where they said, actually, but no lethal damage happened to the Israeli. What do you mean by no lethal damage happened to the Israelis? A missile for the Iron Dome, which goes out and hits the incoming missile. Do you know how much it cost? You know
This
how
is
much
where
it is
the
cost?
perpetual, isn't it?
Yeah, it costs hundreds and thousands of US dollars, maybe 200, 250, 250,000 US dollars, 300,000 US dollars approximately. They have this Iron Dome so that their buildings and their people will not be killed, right? Still, the sharpness came down and hit a girl, and she is critically injured. But once again, they reduced the damage to a bare minimum. But the problem is, because the damage has not been done to your country, hence you should not attack back. What do you mean by that? You know how many millions of US dollars they have spent to save their lives. So the Iron Dome is not a dome where the missile comes and poof, it hits the dome and the missile goes away somewhere else. No, these are rockets that are fired from the ground, who targets the missiles that are coming towards this location. And each and every missile which goes from the ground cost $100,000 plus, so that they could save their human lives, they could save their buildings. Oh, thank you. Somebody says $1.3 billion expense
Yeah.
$1.3 billion of missiles were shot at these missiles to stop them from harming the human life. So is Iran is now going to give them $1.3 billion or $1 billion, let's just say, round figure, $1 billion? Because they fired at them, should they give them $1 million? If not, then Iran is going to attack more. A president or a prime minister of a sane country is going to attack back and destroy the targets, critical installations. It's not a dorm, it's not a literal dorm. It's not a literal dorm where like everything goes out from the ground. And you know, this is the video that is being shared on the internet, and they are enjoying and laughing. Some of the seculars, I would say. This is one of the video. Check this out. They're like, oh, nothing happened to them. Here you go. This and this, Hezbollah, Houthis, Hamas, and Israel is like what, taking them as a toothpick. No, this TikTok video is a absolute wrong interpretation of what is happening in Israel. It's an absolute wrong interpretation.
This is why people need to understand, if there is a combat happening and you see that people are using ammunition against something, does the ammunition not cost anything? And my second point would people like this to be, just all of the viewers, whether you're Hindu, Christian, Buddhist, Tao, Jainism, Jew, Christian,
all whatever, collectively,
whoever, I'm naming everyone. Think within yourself, wherever Islam has been, India, Pakistan, Iran, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Iran, wherever Islam has come, what good has happened out of Islam? Since that country had Islam, what good has come out of that country? Just ask within yourself. You might find good odd bits, but as a collective society, as a Muslim society, what good Islam has brought out in society? None. Go Google, do whatever you want to. Islam went wherever it went. It has brought death, destruction, and just humiliated.
And that's history.
Exactly.
By the way, if anybody is saying that this Francis is being Islamophobic, dude, that's history. Like, go search on the history. And by the way, why do they want from the river to the sea? Do they want to give Israel a land over there? No. No. They want it from the river to the sea. So they want to eliminate Jews from their own home country, remove them. What happened in 1947? The same thing that happened to India.
Yeah.
India was divided into two countries. Why? Because the Britishers who had occupied the land called India at this moment, and they divided it into two countries. Did Pakistan accepted that division? Yeah. Did India accepted that division? Yeah. Who was the occupier on Israel before 1947? British. When they went away, did they divide the land into two? Yes. Did Israel accepted the division? Yes. Did Palestine accepted the division? No. So Palestine did not even accepted the division between Israel and Palestine. They didn't even accepted it. If they haven't even accepted it, where is the boundary line?
To someone who said that I'm being an Islamophobe, well, I'm not being an Islamophobe because I fight against Islam already. So call me a phobe is very irrational and stupid in the first place. And the point that I'm trying to make is to actually make people realize that if an ex-Muslim cannot go to any Muslim country because of their own safety and security, because we have to be wise as serpents too, right? We can't just be innocent as doves all the time. So if we have to be wise enough and not go to any Muslim country for our own safety, but an ex-Christian can go wherever they want to in any Christian country, nothing can happen to them. Does that not speak volumes to you guys? If an ex-Hindu is now left Hinduism and he is out somewhere, but he comes back to India, do you guys kill him for leaving the faith? Does that not speak volumes to you guys? Like, an ex-Muslim is the only one from the cult who is excommunicated, not only excommunicated, but killed as well, just for leaving some cult like this. So no one has any audacity to say that this religion has some sort of good in it as well, because if a human being is not valued, then I don't need to say any further that religion is a death cult.
Let me show you something. Let me show all something. This is something that you need to ponder on. In 1947, when the British left, they made Jewish state and Arab state.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Jewish state, it is divided into two parts, and you have to go through the Palestinian state to get into the other part of the Jewish state. If you see in the middle, you will see here, there is no direct access. This is what they had in the beginning in 1947. All right. But then all the countries next to it, because Israel was surrounded by Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Jordan, and Egypt. All of these five countries started an attack. And for 18 plus years, these Israelis not just attacked, not just defended their state from within their state, but rather these 5 Islamic countries. They all did this attack together right after the division since 1948. 1949, Jordan went in all the way till Jerusalem. And it was a Jordo, something. The 6-day war, aka 6-day war, more land was taken over. And so on and so forth. Like, it is amazing what the history of this country is. I have done this whole presentation in my Urdu channel. I haven't done that in English channel. So someday I will do this. But, you know, they have never accepted the division which was done by the rulers of that particular party. Transjordan, thank you so very much, Ace. And there come the Palestinian Liberation Organization, the PLO. And then comes the Hezbollah. And then comes the, forget the Islam God and all that. Second Intifada, first Intifada, and so on and so forth. And they have everything. And I went through the whole presentation. It will take like a good 2 hours just to do this presentation. So I'm not going to go into this presentation right now because it's been almost 2 hours already. There's no point in doing that in this stream. But the whole idea is, you don't understand that these people have been fighting a war for over 70 years. The only thing that these people know is war. War against who? War against non-Muslims, the Jews, the Christians. Their TV channels teaches these children, and I can't even show that on YouTube because obviously this is banned. You can have that in Facebook. You go and watch in Facebook and Twitter and uh, Instagram, they have TV channel, cartoon TV channels where they are teaching them that infidels are filth. They need to do jihad against infidels. So they are teaching their children about this.
I would have
So
to add.
when these children will grow up, what will they do? The same thing. And that's what happened. They moved to Australia, they moved to England, they moved to Germany, then they moved everywhere. And now these things have started happening. These things have started happening, and they'll keep on happening. You can't change the mentality suddenly. It's not going to happen. They have this mentality for years and years and years while they were being brought up. These were the same people, like over 200,000 people move to Israel every day legally, work over there, get paid, bring that money to Gaza, and then give taxes to Hamas. That's what they do. They move, they cross the border legally, work there, and then bring back money from and give it to Hamas, their legal government. And once the legal government attacked, oh, it's the Hamas who attacked, not the Israel. It's the Hamas who attacked, not the Israel. Sometimes sometimes I just have no words for these so-called liberal leftist seculars. What should I say to them that they will realize that they are being idiot, stupid?
This is where 2 points have to be brought up again. Anyone who wants to see what the Palestinian kids have been taught throughout this long time, you can Google Al-Aqsa TV, and Nicodemus Serpico has mentioned this great point, 5-4. Just Google this. And the second point is that if, when we see that the Israel itself has constantly been like, you attack and then you lose land, all that you think that you might say that Israel bad and Palestinian good, or Palestinian bad or Israel good, whatever anyone can say about these things, but when it comes to, I do have to point out, whatever this ideology is, one is wanting to subjugate everyone and the other is saying, let us be. So we already know that one ideology has already said, like even Muslims in Israel have said, we are already doomed, because we live in a country where we are told that because we are already going to be killed by all these Gazans and Palestinians if they take over, because you were living in this infidel country and you were supporting and working here while we were being assaulted. So they're already doomed. These people know this. So this is also another point that people need to think. One is saying to death to all, and the other is saying, let us be.
Exactly. And somebody said Far 4 is a Mickey Mouse. No, that's a Mickey Mouse cartoon which teaches them jihad. So search on the internet, find the videos and watch it, and you will see that they have songs for the kids, and kids are watching it and enjoying it. And that Mickey Mouse is a jihadi Mickey Mouse, FYI. And you will see that this is you'll see a lot of stuff. I don't want to play it here, but Far 4 is their Mickey Mouse, not their Mickey Mouse, but yeah, it looks like Mickey Mouse, but it's a jihadi Mickey Mouse.
It's Pakistani version of Mickey Mouse. You know when you go to the fun fair and then you see those cheap Mickey Mouse costumes? It's one of those. So it's not Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. And Polar Country said that in Iraq there were 135,000 Jews in 1948. Today there are only fewer than 10. Fewer than 10, yes, because they finally started like they were killed, a lot of them were killed, but then when they started migrating, when the state of Israel was established, Paul country said, what happened to the Jews in the Arab countries? In Morocco in 1948 there were 265,000 Jews. Today there are around less than 2,000. Yes, and that is true. And it's not just the Jews, man. This is how it is. Where is any Jew in Egypt? Is there any? You won't find it. So the whole idea is that Islam actually tells us that before the end time, Islam will going to destroy each and every Jew. This is hadith. Let me just open the hadith and let me show you a hadith. This is a very important hadith, and it is a collective agreed upon hadith in Sahih Muslim, Sahih Bukhari, and everywhere. Let me just show it to you. The last hour will not come. Let me show you. There you go. Let's read all of them, like a couple of them. This is a Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, agreed upon, muttafiq alayh. These are called muttafiq alayh, which means it's agreed upon. The Messenger of Allah said, the last hour will not come until the Muslim fights against the Jews, until a Jew will hide behind a stone or a tree, and the tree will say, "Oh Muslim, there is a Jew behind me, come and kill him." But there is one tree, al-gharakad tree, which will not say it, because it is the tree of the Jews. So Jews has to have a lot of al-gharakad tree, because that's a Jewish tree. So even the tree is a Jewish tree. So the last hour will not come until the Muslims will fight the Jews and kill them all. I'm not saying that. That is in the hadith. And that's why I say that the most kafirophobic books are the Quran and the hadith. Why do we have these books in the Western countries then? And even the tree and the stone will say, there is a Jew behind me, come and kill him. But there is only one tree, Garakat tree, which will not say it, because that's a Jewish tree. And we can see it in every hadith. It's collectively saying, look, Sahih Muslim, the last hour will not come unless the Muslim will fight against the Jews, and the Muslim will kill them until the Jew would hide themselves behind a stone or a tree, and a stone or a tree would say, Muslim, servant of Allah, there is a Jew behind me, come and kill him. But the tree of Garakad will not say it, for it is the tree of the Jews. So only the Jewish tree will not tell the Muslims that there is a Jew behind me. The rest of the trees will tell them there is a Jew behind me. The rest of the stones will tell them there is a Jew behind me. If you have these kind of teaching and you are brought up since childhood with these kind of teaching, what will you be when you grow up? Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, all right, Sahih Bukhari. How many same hadiths would you like to see? Sahih Bukhari again. Oh Muslim, there's a Jew behind me, kill him. Like Sahih Muslim again, there's a Jew behind me, come and kill him.
Have you ever come across an argument where a Muslim has actually said to you, because that happened to me, they said this is a metaphorical rock and a metaphorical tree.
Okay, this is a metaphorical tree, but the Jews are not metaphorical, right?
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. So Jew who is not metaphorical will hide behind a metaphorical tree. Perfect, I don't care, but you're still killing the Jews.
Exactly. Like literally, look at the examples they will come up with, and especially I think you will also know about that hadith too. I will expel all the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are one of the, like, Muhammad, when Muhammad died, the last 3 or 4 days of Muhammad, he said a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. One of them was expel the Jews and Christians from the Christians and Jews from the land of Arabia, from the
Arabian
land
Peninsula.
of Arabia. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of them. Abdullah said he was told by Umar ibn Khattab that he has Allah Messenger saying, I will certainly expel the Jews and the Christian from the Arabia so as to leave only Muslim in it. If I live, the Sahih Muslim translated transmitted it as, if I live, Allah willing, I will certainly expel the Jews and the Christian from the land of Arabia. And that's what he did. There you go. Many hadiths on that. Many hadiths on that. And this is one of the last words of Muhammad as well. It's a muttafiq alayh hadith. It's a muttafiq alayh hadith. Muttafiq alayh is the same thing where it is agreed upon by everyone, especially Sahih Muslim and Bukhari. If I live, that's the statement of Muhammad, which was narrated by Umar. If I live, inshallah, I will certainly expel the Jews and Christians from the Arabian Peninsula. Sahih Bukhari. Umar expelled the Jews and the Christians from Hijaz. When Allah Apostle had conquered Khaybar, he wanted to expel the Jews from it, as its land become the property of Allah. His apostle and Muslims, Allah Apostle intended to expel the Jews, but they requested him to let them stay on the condition that they would do a labor for him, etc., etc., etc. Once Muhammad died, Umar finished the will of Muhammad. Like how many do you need to read? Like you can keep on scrolling for probably a day, and you will see the same of these with different narration, with different narration, with different narration. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
This is why I have to add in that my all my heart literally really bleeds for the innocents that are in Gaza and in Palestine. That's where I have to say, if I have to put that in the context, my heart really bleeds for the innocent, for the children who are suffering under this ideology, and they've got so much hatred that is being ingrained in them by the evil people and by this ideology. This is what I have to add, in all honesty. This is all I think about. And then this is where I say, coming back to the point of view Marmari, even he, the way he said, like, because he is showing and exposing this cult, this death cult, because he is shown and disproved Islam because he's popular, someone taken upon himself, which I don't believe someone took upon himself just like that. I do generally believe he's indoctrinated that bad that he looked demonic while he is smiling like a Satan, this demonic smile that he has.
Brother, he thinks that he's going to Jannah.
Exactly.
If he's killed, he's going to Jannah. He did a good act. That's a good act according to them. That's why he's smiling. It's like, do whatever you want to do with me. Doesn't matter. I'm going to Jannah. There are a couple of super chats. Let me take that and then we'll end the stream. Dumbledore's granddaughter said, wow, so we have a granddaughter of Dumbledore. Just found a news article about 4-year-old Hindu girl raped by a Muslim man in the Mumbai's Mira Road. How did we as humanity come to this? Disgusting. This is the most unfortunate thing that could ever happen to any female, let alone a child.
A 4-year-old. We're talking about a 4-year-old.
Yeah, let alone a child. This is one of the most disgusting thing that could happen, let alone to a child. A said we are tolerating ourselves out of a country. Absolutely, my friend.
True.
Absolutely. And my friend, I'm from Pakistan. I've seen it firsthand, where the Muslim population is more than 96%. I've seen this firsthand. You guys do not know. I do. Lived there, done that, been there, have the t-shirt. You guys gotta learn. I don't. I already know. GR said, saw a reel where saying jihad is near. Comment Allahu Akbar. Yeah. Not jihad is near. Jihad is what they are doing. They are doing it. That's what it is. So It's up to you. I cannot give you more than just the information. The link is there. I give you the information. I give you the data. And then again, the link is there for the Muslims so that if anything that I have said which is wrong and they want to prove me wrong, they are more than welcome to click on it, join in, and give me a counter argument for whatever I said is wrong. That is why I put the pin in the live chat so that nobody will say that I do a closed-ended stream where I present the data but does not allow anybody else to refute me. So that is why I pin the comment, I pin the link to join the StreamYard as soon as I start my video. I do not agree with a one-sided information. I am open for having a discussion. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Come up, show me your data. Prove me that whatever I'm saying is incorrect. If you are true, if you are truthful, if you are correct, if you are really peaceful, show me where. I don't need your approval, but I want you to learn and I want you to have a word, have a say, so that tomorrow you will not say that I did not allow you to speak. You have the power to speak. And if you are not coming here, that means I'm right. I'm right because you know as well in your heart and in your mind that you are wrong. You have been lied to. You have been lied to and you are living a life of a lie. So why do you want to live a life of a lie? Why not get out of it? Why not get out of it? If you don't want to get out of it, then you are living in a lie. And if you are not living in a lie, then you are a jihadi who wants to kill and expel all the Jews and the Christians, exactly how it is written. If this is a religion, then what is a cult? If this is what religion is, then I don't know what cult is, man. You call the Bible to be a corrupt book. You call the Gospels to be a corrupted text. But that corrupted text, supposedly corrupted text, said, pray for your enemies, love your neighbors.
Bless those who
Let's
persecute.
assume, for the sake of an argument, that that is a corrupted text. Then let me tell you something. That supposedly corrupted text is far better than the speech of Allah that you believe in. Would you like to believe in the supposed speech of Allah, or would you like to believe in a supposed corrupted text? And by the way, if you think about it, To be humane, the basic thing is to love your neighbor. The basic thing is to be humane. Pray for your enemy that they will come to the realization. They will come to know what humanity is. The decision is yours. Thank you so very much for listening to me. Brother Francis.
I have to request everyone, when you are told that Islam is a religion of peace, within all your understanding and everything, every time you see that Marmari himself is a Christian, right, and he exposed Islam, but this religion of peace cannot tolerate a person who happens to be a Christian exposing Islam. In India, a Hindu could speak about this, and she was in politics, as far as I know. I can't remember her name. She was vilified by everyone, and she was persecuted, as far as I know.
She was removed from the political party for 10 years approximately.
There we go. So the religion of peace does not have any tolerance in it. How can you name it a religion of peace? So pray for Marmari and pray for everyone and pray for the betterment of all these Muslims, that they come to realization that even though everything is evident in front of them, that this is not religion of peace, but it's a death cult, we have to pray and we have to just say, God bless us. And literally we seek God's protection and we ask God to bless us all. God bless you. Take care.
Take care and thank you. That was Nupur Sharma. And GR said, oh my God, real are freely floating idiots, but we got censored. Yes, sir, that's what happens. This is the reality. Thank you so very much, everyone. And God bless you all. Have a blessed day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Take care. Yeshua Akbarul Azim.